Boston University Shuttle Bus, commonly referred to as the BU bus, is an important part of both Boston University's Charles River and Medical campus. The intention of the bus is to make transportation across campus quick and easy for students. With the Charles River campus alone being over 1.2 miles, walking from one end of campus to the other in what can sometimes be only a 10-minute passing period is not possible. This is where the bus comes in, and with its 11 stops between the Charles River and Medical campus, accessibility is easy. The frequency of the bus varies throughout the day, but its expected arrivals are supposed to be either every 10 or 20 minutes. The bus starts its route at the corner of Commonwealth and Harry-Aganis Way, makes 4 stops along Com Ave, and then begins its route to the Medical campus. Students are able to track the bus on BU's app, which has a live map of where all the buses are in addition to the bus's schedule. Besides helping students get around campus during school hours, it also helps later in the night. BU, being an urban campus, provides amazing opportunities, but it does allow for non-students to roam about campus both during the day and the night. The bus provides an opportunity for students to get around campus safely. The bus is intended for BU students, staff, and faculty only, so it can provide a comfortable environment for students. The problem that arises from the expansive bus route is the environmental impacts that result from it. This poses our research question: is it necessary to go to the Medical campus every time? One of the significant negative impacts of the bus's frequency to the Medical campus is the amount of gas being used. The extra distance increases the amount of air pollution that exists. With all the lights and traffic once off the CRC, idling time of the bus increases. According to the BU Parking and Transportation, the weekday daytime shuttle service makes 72 trips to and from the Medical campus each day. With this many trips every day, the average monthly fuel consumption is a whopping 14,000 gallons of gas. If the number of buses going to the Medical campus was decreased, fuel consumption would go down as well. This would not only decrease fuel consumption, but would potentially decrease the amount of pollutants in the air. Transportation has dire impacts on the environment, and it was reported in 2013 that transportation released over half of carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides alongside a quarter of hydrocarbons emitted into the air. The United Nations also reported in their air pollution from motor vehicles paper that gasoline and diesel vehicles release large amounts of oxides of nitrogen, which makes them the main origins of toxic air contaminants in most cities. Cars, buses, trucks, and the emissions that come from them are the strongest source of our exposure to these contaminants. It is in both BU students and Boston residents' best interests to keep these emissions as low as possible, and a way of doing this is altering the BU bus. Secondly, based on our research, it is shown the amount of students going to the Medical campus from the first bus stop on Harry-Aganis Way is not large enough to justify the existing route. Where the route begins, nearly all of the passengers getting on are undergraduate students, most of whom exit the bus at the St. Mary's stop or in front of Morse Auditorium. The next location where a majority of students get on the bus is in Kenmore Square. At this stop, the age of students that were on the bus have the appearance of being older than undergraduate students. The students who got on the bus from Kenmore Square remain on the bus until the Medical campus, which allows us to infer that all on the bus after Kenmore were medical students or faculty. The Medical campus has the highest amount of people entering the bus after Harry-Aganis Way. This demonstrates that the bus is used by Medical campus students, but a majority of them are getting on the bus at Kenmore Square. The final problem that arises from the bus route is that it fails to comply with the core goals of the bus at certain times. Due to the distance between the Medical campus and the Charles River campus, the bus is frequently delayed in getting back to campus in a timely manner. This results in a backup of buses, which consists of large periods of time where buses won't return to campus for a long period of time, then will return back to campus all within 10 minutes of each other. This is an inefficient waste of time and does not allow for the bus to help students get to classes early or on time. In addition, if it is late at night, it does not give an opportunity for students to return to their dorms on the bus. Our argument is not to stop the bus from ever going to the medical campus. Rather, we hope to provide an environmentally friendly and more time-efficient change to the route. Our suggestion is to only have buses go to the medical campus from Kenmore Square and to not have every bus make the trip to the medical campus each time, especially at non-peak hours. By the bus not going to the medical campus at non-peak hours, it prevents any backup once peak hours are met, such as noon, 1 p.m., or 2 p.m., when many classes have just ended. Each hour a car spends idling, it wastes approximately 0.15 gallons of gas. It takes around 1 hour for each bus to complete one full loop around the CRC to the medical campus, a route that really is only 3 miles. If there was only one express medical campus bus that came around from Kenmore every hour or so, there would be a great reduction in emissions. The bus is a huge help to BU students both during school hours and on the weekends or evening. 1.8 million people are taking the bus each year. Living in an urban environment and going to school as large and spread out as BU creates a need for a shuttle system. There are better and more environmentally safe ways to have a shuttle bus, however. After our findings, we can conclude that the bus going from West Campus to the medical campus every trip is a waste of gas and is not justifiable by the number of students who are taking the bus.